called I Couldn't Stop for That.
Great. Okay, thanks for the information. And what can others tell about Margaret Fuller? Okay. Others, please.
Good afternoon, teacher. Can I explain some things?
Yes, please.
As we were divided into two groups, Group A and Group B, we have decided to distribute some information and work in pairs. We have chosen some writers and decided to make a presentation and speech about exact writers. Is that okay?
Do you mean the authors from this, from today's topic, or from the previous one?
Yes, from seminar number 5, as it was written on Moodle, they were given 4 writers, and we have distributed information about these 4 writers into 4 pairs.
Okay, it's not a problem. You will present it later, but firstly, let's revise seminar 4, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Whose part was Margaret Fuller?
From the previous lesson, right?
Right, yeah.
No, it wasn't ours.
Okay, now Bahar, I think you will continue this again, okay?
Well, I just learned about Emily Dickinson. I can recite her poem that I mentioned before. I couldn't stop for that if you want.
Okay.
Just a couple of verses. Well, I couldn't stop for that. He kindly stopped for me. The carriage held by just ourselves and immortality. We drove, sorry.
Okay.
We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisure too for his civility. Sorry. With these lines, I wanted to show how ready she was for her death, and she wasn't afraid of it. She was more like a realistic woman, and she always told the truth in her poems. And my introduction part for our today's presentation was a bit about her.
Great, just applauses for you, because it's very great from you to read, not just to read, but learn the poem by heart. I think this is a very...
Yeah, I liked this poem.
Okay. Now, are you interested in literature?
Yeah.
It's very great. So, about Margaret Fuller, she was also one of the feminist writers from America, and she was one of the leaders of Boston's Young Unitarian Circle. At the time they had some battles about for the life, and she was also one of the leaders of that war. So her life also resembles Emily Dickens' life, because they had a lot of problems and challenges, because at that time people didn't understand what the what the literature was. Therefore, it was very challenging for them to write and to spread their work around the country. So we have some similar points. They bound them, both of them. So they were both they had successful fathers, and unfortunately they passed away in their early life. So they are both from Massachusetts. I think you read that they are from the American literature, and general information is that has the link between them. So let's return to our main presentation. So you are divided into pairs, yes, for this topic, for today's topic.
Yes.
Into pairs, but you were supposed to be divided into 4 groups. And how many of you are here today?
So from group A, there were 11 members that were supposed to present, and we have divided these writers together. Now we have
11
members.
people chose 2 writers, right?
Yes, yes, and one of us, especially Nabahar, was supposed to give introduction to the seminar, and then we will continue with talking about writers in pairs.
Okay, please guys, can you write in the chat your group mates, because okay.
You mean our peers?
Yes, your pairs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now.
Okay, Anahon Vizulayho. We are talking about girls. Anahon Vizulayho.
Our writer is about Will Whitman.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we with Zulaikha decided to divide Will Whitman as well. Like she will be speaking about his life, while I'll be giving speech about his works and about his how he wrote, in which way he wrote.
Okay, great. So Hiba and Yurada.
We will talk about Hermes Mewell.
Herman Melville.
Herman.
Mm-hmm.
Herman
And
Mewell.
others, please.
I can write the list on my own. Should I?
Okay, can you please send it to our Telegram group then?
Oh, yes. A second, please.
But please be faster.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you know the pictures of the authors that you are presenting today?
We have them, yes.
Okay, now we will have a little quiz about the pictures, about views of the authors. So I will open the colors, so you will guess who is the author. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with the red one. Who is the author?
Is that Herman? No.
I can't see the
It looked a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Walt Whitman?
Oh, yeah, Walt Whitman.
Do you think so?
You resemble
I do.
Okay, what about this one?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes. Do you think he is like Lermontov?
Yes, has some resemblance
A
to
bit.
him.
Yeah, he resembles Lermontov. Okay.
Shape of the face,
Posture.
probably,
In terms of
and the
nose, I
forehead.
think.
His mistake resembles Lermontov's. Okay, this one.
This one now is Herman.
He resembles Chekhov.
Chekhov. Herman.
Yeah.
Herman.
Herman.
He looks like Chekhov, yeah, Russian.
Yeah,
But his beard is shorter.
Okay. This one.
Oh,
Nathaniel?
No. And
No.
others?
Whiteman? Called Whiteman?
Yes, you're absolutely right. This is Whiteman.
I guess he had a habit of carrying a hat.
Maybe, yes. Why not? Okay. Do we have the list?
Yes, I have sent it to the group.
Only 8 people are presenting. Like this?
8 members. Then Nabahar have, I guess, already did her part. Yes, introduction. So
No,
she
yet.
not yet.
No,
I
she
didn't.
didn't.
Yeah.
She will introduce the topic, and some other members who are left will conclude, I guess.
Okay, let's go in that case. Will you share
Well,
the presentation, or is it without any posters or any kind of digital applications?
We have got a PPT.
Okay, I will stop it mine. Could you share it?
Nabahar, do you have any?
no. My part is only
Okay, she has
introduction, so
prepared a speech. Probably I'll prepare it beforehand because we are the next pair who should present. I'll make it beforehand.
Your PPT is unique, yes? Not separate? Yes.
Yes. We have divided the slides.
Okay. Go on.
well, I'm responsible for the
Don't
introduction
say
part.
responsibility, but just pick your part and give the floor to others, okay? Smoothly. Don't say, okay, I'm done with my part, and that's all, okay? Others may continue you with coherence, okay? Don't say, this is my
Okay.
part. Okay, start.
Okay. I'm going to give you some information about 2 words now. The first one is romanticism, and the second one is dark romanticism. Romanticism, as we all know, is a movement which appeared at the end of 18th century, and it only came to America in early 19th. This movement is concerned with art, with music, with literature, and other things. And romanticism values beliefs, emotions, imagination, intuition. It's all about feelings, and it's all about worshiping beauty in people, beauty of nature. It's all about worshiping good things that exist in this world. Well, the dark romanticism is totally the opposite to romanticism itself, because it's not only about showing people's good sides, but it's also about showing their true personality with all their flaws, their sins, and all their negative sides. Well, in short, romanticism is all about optimistic vision, while the dark romanticism is all about pessimistic vision. To romanticism, I can give an example, fairy tales by Hans Christian Andersen, because as we all know, fairy tales always and mostly end with positive ending. This is the perfect example that I can give for romanticism. For dark romanticism, I think the most appropriate example is Emily Dickinson, as I mentioned before, because in her poems, she reflects her life, which is not like others. because as I mentioned before, she wasn't that successful. In her period, nobody knew her, and she had a severe depression, and all these periods from her life can be seen in her poems, mostly in which that I talked about before. I couldn't stop for that. And more examples I can give, like, as we just mentioned, Nathaniel and Edgar Allan Poe, all of them representatives of dark romanticism.
Mhm.
And now I can give turn to others.
Okay. Now, the following, let's say, writer is Herman Melville, and we'll share this presentation with Irada.
Will you start?
Yes. All right. So Herman Melville. Let me start talking about him. Herman Melville is one of the greatest American writers, and mostly he's very popular for his short stories as well as adventure novels. In general, he was very creative, he was very imaginative. However,
What happened at Sahiba?